Hi guys, Paula here. Some of you have been asking me for some leg exercises. You've been talking about your wobbly thighs. So I'm going to show you some things that I do, and you'll probably be familiar with a lot of these, but you may not have been doing them. So I'll give you a few tips on how not to injure yourself, how to get the most out of these moves, and how to adjust and modify if you do have injuries. So we're going to start with the feet in a straddle position. Now they don't have to be super wide, but you don't want them too close. If they're too close, it's going to restrict the amount of knee bend unless you're doing a specific exercise for this, which may be that you're doing some exercises possibly with a ball and then obviously be close. But when you're doing just a plie, which is what this is, you probably want your feet, I'm going to say, line up your feet, your heels, maybe with your elbows, okay? Yes, your knees will come beyond your heels, unlike when you're doing your squats, I say try and keep your knees more in line with the heels, or if you're doing a lunge, it's better to keep your heel in line rather than this. That's a lot of weight on the knees. But in this straddle position, of course your knees are going to move out a little, but they're not going to go way beyond your knees. Now if you go too wide, then you may feel you're restricted in the amount of movement and you may pull or strain something, or your legs may just go down. So sensible distance apart, so lined up with my elbows when I extend my arms out like this. Let's just take a few plies up and down. So coordinate some sort of breath pattern. Maybe you're inhaling and exhaling. Inhale up, exhale down. Nice deep breaths in and out. And of course, always check that you're allowed to do exercise if you're really new to it with perhaps your doctor. If you can go see your doctor, ask him, is there anything I shouldn't be doing? Or if you've been seeing a chiropractor or physiotherapist, just to get some advice on some things that I may do that may not be right for you. So a little bit of warm up, just get that heart rate going. Let's try a few of those with something a little more weighted. Now I have here an 8-pound ball. And this is just going to add a little bit of weight, resistance. It's 8 pounds, it's not heavy. I mean, you guys pick up groceries all the time. Maybe you don't hold with your chest, but that's not too difficult. So, that's with your ball. You could use your weight. You could use a kettlebell. These are just 10 pounds, they're light. You could use lighter, you could use no weight. And then I have, this is actually much heavier. This is a 25-pound weight. So this is heavy. Now when I use the heavier weight, I begin to feel my legs having to power up a lot more. I'm going to do 12 more. 11, 10, 9, 8. Don't snap your knees at the very top. 6 more, and maybe go smaller if you've got problems with those knees. 2 more. And hold that last one for 4, 3, 2, 1. Press through the floor and up, and carefully see if you can step in, put your weight down, bend your knees, especially if you've got a heavier weight. Down we go. So that's, especially when I was using the heavier weight, my heart rate's up higher. Something else you could do is a lunge. I'll show you from the side. Turn, oh, I'm turning, and stepping back with one foot, forward with the other, keeping this knee as I go down in line with my heel. I'm going to show you with my hands on my hips, but I will be drawing my belly in. I like to always draw my belly in. Even if you don't see it going in, try and think about it. It works your stomach muscles without doing thousands of sit-ups. Heels lifted in the back. Feet, front foot flat on the floor. Hands on my hips. As I go down, I want to keep tracking my knee over my heel. Now for myself, I can go quite low. So for me, I would move my foot back. I'm bending that knee and then coming up. So this would be a good starting point for me. Now, if I start to see my knee tracking forwards beyond my heel, I'm going to remind myself to come back. If I'm very short on that distance, it's going to be a lot harder to go low. So maybe for somebody with knee problems, you're here, just try not to be here. Too much work in the knee. Take that foot back if you're able to, maybe hands at your your heart, hands on your hip, and let's do 12. Down, straight up. You want to go down, straight up, not lurching forwards. 3, 4. Now I'm pressing through my feet to drive myself back up. I feel it in my thigh. I feel it in my front thigh of the back leg. And it moves up into my hip flexor. So what have we got? Maybe another 4. Exhale up. 2, 1. Great. Let's do the other side. So just keep that foot there. Turn yourself round. Move those feet out. Take a moment to decide, are you going to do a deeper lunge? Knee over heel. Back heel lifted. A little stretch going on in here. Or you're somebody that has knees that have issues and you need to do a much smaller knee bend. Something else I can do as I'm doing this as you progress is, when I go down, I'm not squeezing my bottom. As I go up, I'm really thinking about drawing this buttock in. I'm not over tucking because that will pull here, but I'm hugging. Think of more of a hugging feeling. So my hands are going to be on my hip. I have my feet reasonably wide, so let's do 12, 11, 10. Modify where you need to. If you don't want to go as low, just don't go as low. What are we on about? 8, 7, to help yourself balance, keep your gaze forwards. 5, inhale, exhale up. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Let's go again. Ready? 12, 11. You could add some hand weights if you wanted to. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Remember, down and straight up. 2, 1. Other side. I'm going to do 12 and 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. I'm beginning to feel it in here. And if I want to add a little more, I could hug that. That might be a little harder. This may be enough feeling this and this working. Let's do 3, 2 more, 1 more, and try and step in as gracefully as you can. Okay, now I'm going to show you something using this squishy ball. Now you could also use a pillow. Just make sure it's firm enough that you can keep your feet about hip width, depending on the width of your hips and shoulders. You're going to put that ball between your legs. Notice how when I put the ball between my legs, I didn't initially squeeze in the back, which presses that ball forwards. I'm going to keep my feet parallel. Move your ball to a place where when you press in, you feel some resistance. So I'm hugging my legs in. I'm not rotating my hips out. You may pull too much here. We'll do 12 squeezes in. So find yourself, if you haven't already got this, find yourself a ball, a cushion, even a block. You could use a block. Feet would have to be a little narrower with the block, but you could still squeeze in. The ball, probably a little more comfortable. Get that ball or that cushion. Feet will be a little wider than the block, the way I had it. And we're going to press in. So notice as you press in, if your knees do a lot of buckling, you need to step in a little closer with your feet. I want to keep hips, knees, feet aligned. Let's do 12. Squeeze, release. Exhale, release. 3, release. 4, release. Belly may squeeze in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hold the last one. Now, draw the navel in if you can. You may feel like you just want to drop that ball, but hug those legs in and hold 3, 2, 1, and release. So, This worked those muscles on the outside, abductors, a little bit on the inside. The inner thigh's tricky. That's why you want to work all the muscles in your legs, your adductors. The pressure against the ball is going to help trigger off some of these muscles working more efficiently. And of course there's lots more you can do on the floor, standing, but these might be some great ones to start with. So we had the plie, maybe with the weight or without the weight. Drive down, pull your belly in. Adding on to that, you could do a plie, squeeze. Now yes, I'm turned out in a sort of first position. Plie, squeeze. If you're somebody that's just been told, I can't turn out anymore, plie, feet not so turned out, squeeze in, just very slightly turned out. Plie, squeeze. Let's do 12, squeeze. And I like to drag, because then I really feel it up through here, and I'm feeling it in the behind as well. 10, exhale. 9, 8, 7, 6, squeeze, lift up. 5, give a little pause. 4, exhale. 3, maybe you're squeezing your heels together as well as those inner thighs and calves and knees. 2, and so you do one more the other way. I think I started that way. Hold, belly in, 3, 2, 1, and release. You may have felt it in here. Then we did the split lunge. Another thing you could do is you could hold 2 weights. You could find something in your house that's heavy. If you do have a kettlebell, just hold your kettlebell at your chest and do your leg work. Another time we'll add some arm work with that. And then we finished with either a ball, pressing in, activating up through here, here. I feel it in my bottom, but I'm not rotating and turning out. We're just pressing. Feet close enough together so the knees do not buckle in. 12, 11, exhale, belly in. 9, use all those leg muscles. Come on. 6, 5, little pause as you squeeze. 3, keep breathing. Hold that last one. Stand tall even though the knees are soft. No collapsing into this. And let go. So there you go. There's some really good exercises to start with for your legs. Have fun. Keep at it. It's not a quick fix, but the fix that you've started on is that you're doing these exercises. Go for it. See you soon. Bye.